today. Today we're going to be talking about onions. And actually, I got started a little bit before you. Let me throw a few of these in. This is an organic onion, and the organic onions, if you haven't used them before, they are so strong. My kitchen right now obviously smells like one big onion. But anyway, we're going to be making a sandwich today. It's a real healthy sandwich. First of all, the onions, they're really powerful. Most people don't know that. Onions help break down cancer-causing substances. That's great. We all need that. And it also blocks carcinogens from entering the cells. An onion falls under the 8 nutrients that I've been talking to you about, and the onion falls under a nutrient called apigenin. It's so hard to say all these nutrient names. But anyway, in this sandwich that I'm going to make you today, not only are we going to be satisfying the apigenin nutrient, but we're going to be satisfying the luteolin. I believe that's how you say it. We're going to be satisfying that nutrient with the peppers. And the peppers are really, good for you. This is a sandwich that I make a lot, for myself. Because what I like to do is I'd like to get in as many nutrients in one meal as I can than anything else that I should happen to eat during the course of the day. It's fine. That's just my bonus, for the day. So I'm not going to cook all of these up because we're going to do a closed sandwich and we're going to do an open face sandwich. I have to be honest, I cut these onions before I turned on the video camera for one really important reason. And the reason is they make, first of all onions really bother my eyes. And I didn't want that. I didn't want tears falling down my face while I was trying to talk to you. It's they're just so powerful. They're really good. They're really tasty. But definitely, it's an organic onion. So anyway, so that's why I kind of started. I started without you. While I'm cooking these onions, I thought I'd get my tomato slice. But one thing about the onions I want to tell you. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he said the only food that can make you cry is an onion. So I threw a coconut at his face. I thought that was pretty funny. Some people don't get that. Obviously, a coconut would hurt. That would make you cry if you didn't get my joke. I just thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, I'm gonna cut up this tomato. And we're going to use some of this tomato in our sandwich. If you don't like tomatoes, you don't put it in. As always, don't put in an ingredient you don't like, because then you won't be eating it. So we got our tomato all ready for our sandwich. Now we're going to try slicing up an avocado. Everybody, I guess, does avocados a little bit differently. But let's see what we got here. Oh, wonderful. I got an avocado on this one side that looks like it's already started to ripen too much. Like that. You see that? No. I don't like that. So, have to say goodbye. Say goodbye, avocado. You never know what you're going to get. Speaking of Forrest Gump, and speaking of, what the heck is his name? What the heck is his name? Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. That makes me think of my little scarecrow over here. I have to tell you a story. Have you seen, I'm sure you've seen the movie Castaways. Everybody has. I love Tom Hanks, so I watch all Tom Hanks movies. But anyway, I really still have a lot of problem with talking to a camera. It just kind of takes, someone's told me that it kind of takes away my personality, because it's just not me. But anyway, so I was thinking about the movie Castaway, and if you aren't familiar with the movie, he's stranded on an island, and then he's able to pick up these different packages because he was was it UPS? Yeah, UPS man. And then one of the packages was a soccer ball. So he ends up talking to this soccer ball throughout basically the entire movie. He ends up to be his friend and so forth. So the other day I was thinking to myself, what the heck can I do to make it more comfortable to be talking to nobody. You know, most people would have a cameraman or something like that, I guess, in front of them, and they could talk to him, but there's not a cameraman that I would hire to do this. But anyway, so I thought to myself, hey, wait a minute, I have a scarecrow downstairs. I can bring him to my kitchen. But here he is. That might sound a little stupid, but I like having him there. He doesn't talk back or anything like that, but I could talk to him. So he's going to be there until Thanksgiving. Anyway, that's my silly story behind the scarecrow. Anyway, I'm going to cut up this avocado. I had to tell you about the scarecrows because I didn't want you to think that I keep a scarecrow sitting on my kitchen counter, all the time. But anyway, we are going to do this sandwich like I told you 2 different ways. We're going to do it closed rather, and then we're going to do it, open face under the broiler. These onions are looking pretty good. They're just about ready for our sandwich, our onions and our peppers. You notice I do have a green pepper here. I read somewhere, and I don't really know the reason why, but they say that the green peppers are healthier for you than your red, your yellow, your orange. I do eat a lot of red peppers, and periodically I find the green, and for some reason, I seem to have a more difficult time finding a green organic than a red or yellow or orange organic. I happened to get lucky this time, and I did find this green organic pepper. So anyway, so these little guys are done. We're going to move them right over here. Now we're going to build our sandwiches. I guess I need some bread. Let me get that. Here we are. Since they came out with sprouted bread, I've been buying all of them. I started out by eating the Ezekiel bread, and of course, as most of you know, it usually comes in the freezer department in a grocery store. Then all of a sudden, Kroger came out with a sprouted bread, and it was pretty good. But once again, you really have to keep it in the freezer. Well, recently I found this. I love this. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's called Love Sprout Live. It's this particular one that I got is Soulful Seeds, and actually, this is the first one of the breads that are from sprouted seeds that you could actually eat, right from the bag. Because the other sprouted ones, they're they aren't nice and moist like this. You really have to always toast them. But this is really, really good. I just found this one recently. So I'm going to use that for our one sandwich, and then I believe I already took out a piece for our other sandwich. Let me move this bread because I don't have that much room here. So anyway, I don't know what I like to do when I make a sandwich, especially if I'm going to put it under a broiler or anything like that. I like to I like to build them in the container that I'm going to be cooking them in. Now here I'm going to be doing our I'm going to have to switch this to here. Okay. Here I'm going to be doing our grilled sandwich. Gosh, it's too early in the morning. I'm at a loss for words. So I'm going to get the one side of the bread all buttered up here for this one, and then we'll start piling this stuff on. This is going to be really hard to turn in this pan. Normally I would use my grill, but because it's behind me, making it a little more difficult. So on the inside of it, shoot, I should have done that before I put it down, but let me open this up. This is some organic couscous. That's going to be our first layer. This is really good. The best couscous, organic couscous, the best organic hummus, I don't even know what I'm saying. The best organic hummus, in my opinion, is an organic one from Trader Joe's. It's really, really good, just plain. And it's really, really, really good. So first we put some nice hummus on our bread. We'll do that on both of them right here. It's going to be nice and yummy here. And then Put as much or as little as you want. All right, and if you don't like the hummus, you can put butter, or there's vegan cream cheese that are very, very good. You could also use those. Anyway, then next we're going to put our onions and our peppers on these little guys. So let's put some onions and some peppers on here. Here we go. This looks good already. The only problem is I don't know how I'm going to eat all of this today. Unless someone stops by, they can have a sandwich with me. So, and like I say, you put in the ingredients that you want, but keep in mind you're going to put in the ingredients that satisfy your daily nutrients that you should be having. So now we'll stick our avocado in here. If you don't like avocados, leave the avocados out. Get in there. So we'll put some here. All right. Got a little bit more. Sometimes it's easier to eat the open face sandwiches than the grilled, but it's kind of fun having it all run down your arm. Now I'm going to put a slice of tomato. And like I say, if you had some seeds, like broccoli seeds or something like that, definitely add those, because then you're satisfying another, nutrient. It's going to be a big sandwich to turn. All right, and then we'll put this guy here. Then, if you want, as you know, I don't do dairy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do a little dairy once in a while. I don't do a lot, but I do a little. But I do have this substitute diet cheese that I told you about once before, and it's really, really good. Now my granddaughter is, she's 6 now, I can't believe it. But she's been having this since she was able to have anything that looked like cheese. And I can tell you, it is so improved over the way it was initially. So I'm going to put a slice in here for our grilled sandwich, and I'm going to put this for our open sandwich right here. Then I'm going to cover this sandwich in here up, give it a topper, and boy, wait till I start trying to turn that. That's going to be a mess all over the place. But anyway, that's the way it is. So, got our butter, now we got our topper on this. So, I like things practically burned. I'm going to turn this up and take my chance in this pan and see what happens. So this is the way our sandwich looks. Now, I'm going to stick this one under the broiler on there. And then I'm going to show you something else. And then put our open face sandwich, right here. I remember my niece was, not my niece, my granddaughter, was over here one day, and I told her, and she's on a real health kick, and I said, oh, Grandma's going to make you a super good sandwich, and I said, well, you eat it, and she thought, well, she was going to give it a try, but she loved it. She absolutely loved it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, I don't know which one looks better to you, but we're going to cut this one in half, and it'll probably go all over, but that's okay. That's okay. I do this all the time. It's fun to eat this way. And actually, I can't wait to eat it because I purposely didn't have any breakfast this morning. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to eat. I'll eat one of them, for breakfast, lunch, combination breakfast, lunch, and I'll just eat the other one for dinner. I'll probably save this one for dinner. I think maybe I'll even go ahead and cut it. See if I can cut it and make it look halfway decent. It looks okay. It looks okay. A little bit messed, but that's all right. Then what I want to show you is, I want to show you one more thing. We talked about ursolic acid, and we talked about the importance of that. That's again one of our nutrients. So what I did is I whipped together, if I can find them, oh here they are. I whipped together a few apple chips to go with our sandwich. So I don't know if you've ever had any apple chips, but they're so easy to make. They're so healthy, and they're so good. So, how does that look? How does that look? To me, that looks good. No, I like that. Can you see that? I hope you can. I hope you can. I can't get my camera any higher, so it's difficult for me to get down to this. But anyway, so that is our sandwich. And like I say, very, very healthy. And I hope you'll try it. But what I'm going to do is, because those apple, I don't know if you've ever made apple chips, but I'm going to show you real quick how to do it, because it is so easy. So I'll move our plates. Well, where can I move them? I guess I'll just move them right here. I was going to say I'll move them to a table, which is over there, but anyway, we'll just put them right here for now. They look good. I'll move this over. Oh, maybe Mr. Scarecrow would like a little bite. Now he could join me for lunch. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to move all this over here. Bear with me. There we go. This is my olive oil. There we go. We'll take a picture of those after. Yeah, they look good. And can I have one more sip before I get up? My apple. All right. Let me grab it. Now, what you really need is a mandolin. And it just makes it so easy to make these. So if you have a mandolin, that's great. If you don't, you know, just if you can slice real thin. I happen to not able to slice, you know, real thin. But anyway, you know, just slice your apple real thin. Take your core out like this. Throw it in the sink, wherever you want. This is what I do. And then I try and get any seeds that I can see out, but it really doesn't even matter, because you'll see when it goes through the mandolin. This is so simple. I really want you to try these too, because, you know, if you're a person that likes to snack, it's even a good snack at nighttime. Now, most people, you know, they'll dig out that sugar. Here, I'm just, and this is kind of cool. I just made like a little kind of hole in it. I'm not going to go all the way through on this thing, but let me just show you. I've got some really nice slices here, and you know, these are dangerous mandolins because they're so sharp. But just be careful. You know, it does have that holder, but I find it a little awkward to use. And here we go. We got enough to show you. Got enough there to show you. So anyway, all you do is, I've tried different ways, you know, putting them on the sheet, you know, without anything on it, but they do tend to stick. So I find it's much easier to use the, you know, to use the parchment paper. So I just line them up all along here, like this. They're, like I say, they're really tasty. And, well, I have plenty more room, but I just wanted to do this to show you, because like I say, it's so easy. It doesn't need much direction. Let me grab a couple more slices to fill up my cookie sheet. And that should be sufficient. Alright. So, this is what I do. I want you to make them today if you have an apple in the house. You know, sometimes I'll pull out these little seeds that are in here. Sometimes I don't. You're gonna be baking this for 2 hours. But here's what I do. You don't have to put anything on it. That's ready right now for the oven. You can put those in the oven right now. No problem. But you know, I like the cinnamon, and cinnamon does have a lot of benefits, you know, to it. So what I do first of all is I take a tiny bit of salt. When I say tiny, you probably can't even see this salt moving. I mean, if each piece gets a, you know, one little speck of salt, that's good. That's all it needs. And you know, of course, right off the bat, you would think, okay, let's mix cinnamon and sugar. Well, as I tell you, we don't need that. We don't need that sugar. So I just put the cinnamon. They're good. They're so good. like I say, you don't even need the cinnamon. You can just, put them in just like that. And they're a wonderful chip. There we go. Now it's ready. 225 for 2 hours. Like after you've made dinner at nighttime and you think you want to snack later, do this before you sit down in front of the TV, and then when you get those hunger pains or you think you need something to nibble on, grab yourself an apple slice. Obviously, you aren't going to stay here with me for 2 hours to wait for those to cook. So that's it for today. Hope you liked my joke. Hope you understood it. I am the worst joke teller. And not only am I the worst joke teller, I mean, it goes in my one ear and right out the other, and I usually can't remember it. But anyway, 2 more nutrients for you. As I say, if you ever have any questions, feel free. You can always email me, DonnaLSorelli@gmail.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions in reference to cancer or in reference to, some of the healthy recipes that I do make. It is my goal, as I have said before, is to help somebody. I'm a really easy person to talk to, so, give me shoot me a text. Subscribe to my, my channel if you'd like. That would be great. So I'm going to let you go for the day. I have a pedicure appointment at 2 o'clock. So anyway, I will have to say goodbye for now. And like I always say to you, siate felici, which is, be happy. Bye-bye for now.